Wow. Cam Newton is going to the New England Patriots. As a Pats fan, I am excited. I cannot believe that this is happening. I was so prepared for Stidham to start, the Bills to win the AFC East, and probably not make the playoffs. But now, no chance we miss the playoffs. We have a quarterback. I'm lost for words. I would like to say, I am not biased at all though, and this video is not based off of my Patriots bias, but opinion and facts. Also, here's a funny thing I saw on Reddit about Charlotte sports. Sorry, Charlotte fans, but you guys suck when it comes to free agency in any sport. Back on topic though. Next season, the Patriots offense will still not be great, unless N'Keal Harry breaks out, which is very possible, honestly. He has a large frame at 6'4 and 225, running a 4.53 40-yard dash. Not insanely fast, but for that size, he is good. He will be the number one receiver on the outside, but obviously still have Edelman, so he'll be the number one target for the team coming out of the slot. We also have Sanu, but nothing special there. He's just kind of there for the Patriots. He's just there. The offensive line is good, but not great, with a weak spot at left tackle with young Isaiah Wynn out of Georgia heading into his third year. We also have to see how he performs at the most important position at the O-line, because blindside tackle is simply the most important position in football. We have David Andrews coming back next year, who's a top center in the league when healthy. Prayers up for him and his health issues. Shaq Mason and Joe Thuney at guard, although Thuney probably won't stay with us as we will probably trade him because we can't really afford the $14 million franchise tag. And Marcus Cannon's a solid starter at right tackle. We also have a great receiving back in James White, something that Cam's used to now with Christian McCaffrey, and potentially Sony Michel performing at the same level he did his rookie year and in the playoffs that year. So honestly, the offense may not be bad next year, but definitely not as good as 2018 or the Panthers' offense last season if Cam wasn't injured. Going off of that, I need to talk about that. Cam has been injured the past 2 seasons with a shoulder injury in 2018 and a foot injury in 2019. 2018, he was great for the first 8 games. He played at almost his 2015 MVP level, but then he hurt his shoulder. The Panthers went 1-7 after starting 6-2 that year. Last season, he hurt his foot against the Patriots in the preseason early in the game. He played 2 regular season games and played horrible, as he had 517 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception in those 2 games. Cam's health really is an unknown. That is because of Corona. Teams have not really been able to get a physical with him, which is a huge reason why he did not get signed early on June 28th. But he looks healthy according to his Instagram. So, I mean, that's good at least. But if he is healthy, then he will be one of the top 12 QBs in the league next year, as he can run well, very well, and throw pretty well. Not great, but, good, especially deep down the field with his huge arm. Patriots have never had a mobile QB in Belichick's existence as a coach, so it may be a weird fit. Bill is the best coach of all time, though. No argument. I don't care what you say. He can work with anybody at that position and make the playbook fit around them. So in the end, I do not think the fit will be all that bad, but it definitely seems weird now. But come midseason, he'll be great for the Patriots if he is still healthy. That running style will turn the team into a real ground and pound team. Like, the offense scheme will be fun, but weird to watch coming from a lifelong Pats fan. Being used to Tom Brady just sitting there, only being able to move up in the pocket. Now we have QB who can literally run you over. It will definitely be a great transition. The funny thing about him being signed is that in my Cam Newton video last month, I'm quoted saying the Patriots will not sign Cam, even if Stidham plays bad, because we have Brian Hoyer at backup, who is basically Belichick's son. Very ironic. I would be surprised if Hoyer makes our roster now, because there's no reason to keep 3 quarterbacks on our roster, unless Cam does end up still being hurt or getting hurt again. This also completely gets rid of any chance Kaepernick gets signed to the Pats, like I said in the Colin Kaepernick video. Although that chance was already close to 0, it is now at negative 100%. Just putting this out there, I have no faith that Cam can get back to his 2015 days, but I think he can get up to about 80% of how good he was that year if his foot is completely healthy. I know I've talked about it a lot, but the injury factor is really the most important thing with him, because who knows if he will stay healthy for us. Although we have a better O-line than the Panthers, he still can get hurt easily because of how much he runs around. That's with every mobile quarterback. Like, Lamar Jackson might get hurt one year, and that could be horrible for the league. I think his play style will help a player like Sony Michel, because teams now have to respect Cam in our run game, which will most likely lead to Sony having a more efficient season. I think the Patriots scheme will turn more into a ground and pound scheme, as our receivers really are not that great with a 35-year-old Edelman, a second-year N'Keal Harry, who really is just unproven, and Mohamed Sanu, who really has done nothing for the team last year. Philip Dorsett leaving. Gronk obviously getting traded, even though we didn't have him last year. And we have no tight end except for a rookie who caught 13 balls in his senior year of college. 13. Drafted him pretty high too. But one thing about Sony that bothered me, not necessarily about him, but the Patriots running game, we made it way too obvious when we were running with Sony, because there was always a fullback in. I cannot find the exact percent of how many times Patriots had a fullback in the game, but I can tell you it was definitely high. Whenever we did have a fullback in the game, Sony carried the ball with just a few exceptions. So hopefully next year that will change and we can run more out of a single back formation or just different formations for Sony, because that'll help us a lot. Also, the thing with our fullback thing last year, we didn't have James Devlin, like one of the best fullbacks in the game. So, I mean, I could see why it didn't really work out so well, but still, it was just every single time he ran the ball, there was a fullback in the game. The Patriots, the past few years, have turned to the run game late in the year due to how cold it gets in Foxborough. But now, I think we could be like the Ravens, having a dual-headed monster out of the backfield with Cam and Sony. Now, I'm not saying Sony and Cam are as good as Lamar and Mark Ingram, but it can be a Walmart version of that, except better than Walmart. I just don't know another store to compare that to. We will run a lot of play-action passes that most likely have Edelman going in the middle of the field and short, and Nikhil going deep down the field, which could lead to a lot of big plays for both of them, especially Nikhil Harry, as he was meant for this type of offense, in my opinion, where he doesn't have to be the number one target, but could be the downfield guy for a team, and that could work out great with Cam. Tight end is still a position need, but who knows, maybe Devin Asiata and Dalton Keene can be good for us. Maybe not their rookie year, but in the future. However, we may not have Cam in the future, as he's only signed on a 1-year, $1 million deal that can get up to 7.5 with incentives. To look into our future, I think it is bright. Next offseason, we have one of the best, if not the best, cap situation in the league, so we can sign Cam for a few more years if he performs well for us, and we can sign other free agents to provide more weapons and better protection on the offense. Obviously, I've not said anything about the defense, especially in the free agency part. That's because our defense is fine, and we probably have the best in the league, if not top 3. So that's also a huge reason why I think we will turn into a ground and pound team. Our offense will just take time off the clock, while our defense just shuts down the opposing team's offense. So it's just a great formula for winning in New England. Not like I'm used to that, though. Sorry, had to get that in there. Sorry, the rest of the AFC East, I didn't mean to offend you. Cam could not have gone to a better place, though, or just a franchise in general, as the other teams looking at him were the Browns, which were the only team to really offer him anything, and just a bad franchise. The Jaguars, probably the worst franchise in the league. And the Chargers, who are confident in their QB room already, and may already make the playoffs. I think so. I think they're a good team. You know, they just had a bad year last year. To say the least, I'm excited for next season, and good luck to the rest of the league, as the Patriots now will have a new offense with that same dominant defense. Cam Newton was just given up on for the first time in his career, being released by the Panthers, and is now going on our bench tour with the Patriots on a 1-year deal that is heavily incentivized, and he wants to get those incentives. Everyone is hoping he can come back better than ever. With all that being said, that is it from me, guys. Thank you for tuning into Fanatic Sports. Hope you all liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe and hit the like button. It only takes 2 seconds. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.